Tell me when you finish writing.
Completed.
Yes, completed. Sudhir, you also?
Yes. Yes.
So constructor is a concept from C++. Yes. So very simple point is this constructor. So what is a constructor? Constructor is as per the definition, it is a special member function. Member function. What I say? Special member function. In Java, actually, member function is called as a method. Member function is called as method of class which get automatically called when object created in memory. Means whenever memory is allocating for the object, that time this method get automatically called. So what are the features of the constructor? So first feature is a very important feature, that is the name of method and name of class should be same. Yes. So how can I write the constructor now here? So class demo. So what is a constructor? So constructor name is also demo. Constructor is what? Method. No, constructor is what here? Method. So this is a constructor. So second, it is public. So I have to write here public, or if I'm not writing public, by default it is become public for the present package. Okay, it can have arguments. I can pass here values to the constructor. It can have arguments. Yes, it cannot. It can be overloaded because there is a concept argument. That is why that constructor is also get overloaded. Okay, so arguments are there. No, means I can write more than one constructors in class with a different prototype. One constructor with a one argument, second constructor with a two argument, third constructor with a three argument, like that. It cannot have return type. See, you cannot write here int and you cannot write here void. Constructor is not having any return type. So it is very important concept for you, and it is automatically get called when an instance created. So when constructor get called, so when where you are using the constructor, see, you are writing object, you are creating object like the demo, then ob is equals to new demo and empty brackets. So see, what is this here? Whatever I am selecting, so I have selected the text part, demo empty bracket semicolon, that is a constructor. That is what? Constructor. So this means for creating instance you are using this constructor, for creating object you are using this constructor. So this is a concept regarding the constructor. Constructor is a special method which get automatically called whenever an object is created in memory. Okay, so it is used to initialize an object of. Okay, so what is the purpose of the constructor? Constructor is used to initialize an object. This is the main purpose of the constructor. So now I can demonstrate for the constructor. Now suppose I am writing the class data, and here, so the class data is having private data members like private int x comma y, and I would like to initialize x value to the 10 and y value to the 15 for each object. For each object I can create any in a number of objects here. For all objects I would like to initialize. So here now public void system.out.println. So x is equals to I'm displaying the value of x, and y is equals to I'm displaying the value of y. So in another class, here in another, I can write main method in another class, or I can write main method in the same class. Actually, main method is a static. Main method is a static, means it is a different method. So in this main method, you have to create object here ob1, suppose new and data. So for this line also it calls constructor, calling constructor. Okay, so here this new statement is calling constructor. Just keep in mind, new statement is calling constructor, because in front of the new you are writing what here? Data empty bracket and so. So similarly, if you are creating object ob2, for that also constructor get called. For this also constructor get called. I can show, so ob1 dot show, I can call ob1.show, and then after I also can call ob2.show. So this is a demonstration of the constructor. See, constructor is a special method. This is a constructor. So what is identity of the constructor? Name of the method and name of the class is same. This is identity. Okay, so this is a method, but not having return a type. It is not having any return type. Even void also you cannot write. Void also you cannot write. You cannot write int. You cannot write anything. It is not having any return type. You can write any type of the task. Any type of the task. Here for the demonstration point of view, I initialized the x value to the 10 and y value to the 15. When
Sir, but sir, sorry sir for disturbing, but instead of demo, data should be written, no, because constructor means what?
so actually
the name of the class.
So data is class name is a data. Class is data.
Okay.
Because the name of the class and name of the method must be same. No, this is a basic property of the constructor. Yes. And if you're writing different name, then Java will show you error. So I'm showing you. I'm going to compile this program.
When memory will be allocated?
New statement. Whenever new statement is executed, new statement is allocating the memory in Java. Okay.
For constructor also, for variables x and y also.
No. Actually, for constructor, memory never allocated. For class, memory is allocated. For class data member, memory is allocated. And who is the conducting task of the memory allocation? Constructor. Through the constructor, memory allocation process executed. Okay. So here I am going to change the name of the class, and okay. So this is the main problem here. So PROG39. And if you're writing here PROG39, your constructor name also must be the PROG39. Okay, do one thing now. I'm going to say new, and I say data, and I say here I'm going to save this program as a data. Okay, so compile. So class name or class data. Sorry, so C must be the small. See here, OB1 object x10 y15, OB2 object also x10 y15, both objects, because for the both here for object OB1 and for object OB2 here you are using the new statement. It is calling constructor. It is calling constructor. You can write the explicit definition of the constructor now. Here up to this program we never used any constructor in our class, but here we are writing the constructor. This is a constructor. Okay. Actually, this concept is from the C++. It's not so difficult for you. Yes, again, any doubt?
No.
Okay, write on this program and write on the output x is equals to 10, y is equals to 15 2 times.
Can we have constructor within constructor?
Constructor within constructor? No, not possible. Why constructor within constructor? Because we cannot write any method inside method. We cannot write. Means show method की बॉडी आप डेटा मेथड के अंदर नहीं लिख सकते. डेटा मेथड की बॉडी आप शो मेथड के अंदर नहीं लिख सकते. Don't write like that. क्योंकि ये मेथड का स्टार्ट हो गया डेटा मेथड का, और ये डेटा मेथड का एंड हो गया. उसके बाद ही आप अदर मेथड का स्टार्ट कर सकते हो और एंड कर सकते हो. You cannot nest methods because constructor is a method. What is identity of the method? This bracket here, round bracket, parenthesis we say, round bracket. Round bracket is identity of method. Finished writing? Have finished?
Yes.
Okay. So how we can pass arguments to the constructor now? Very simple concept here. So constructor, argumented constructor, or passing value to the constructor. Constructor. Actually, constructor is a method here. What is the difference in the method and constructor? No, there is no any difference. Just keep in mind the name. Name must be same as class name, and it cannot have return type. Everything remaining same. So constructor can have arguments. Constructor can have arguments. Constructor can have arguments. When constructor method, when constructor is having argument, then we have to pass value to them while creating object, while creating an instance. So how? See, class name, then object name is equals to new, then class name, and in front of the class name you are writing value 1, you are writing value 2, and so on. We can specify the values to be passed to the constructor. we can specify the values to be passed to the constructor within bracket in front of new statement, Following program demonstrate passing values to constructor arguments. Here, so class data here, suppose I have passed here arguments here, int a comma int b. So value of a here I would like to assign to the x, and value of b I would like to assign to y. So how will how can we create object here, that is where we can pass values like this? While creating object here, we are passing the values like this. We can pass values like this. Object ob1 is equals to new data. Object ob2 is equals to new data, like this. Calling constructor, or we can say passing values to constructor. I can say here passing values to constructor. Actually, basic purpose of the constructor is to initialize object. It is to initialize object. This is the basic purpose of the constructor. Tell me when you finish writing.
Completed, sir.
Completed.
हाँ,
Okay. So constructor means a special function having the name similar to class name. It can have arguments. Okay, you can write any type of the task here. We can use while, do while, for any type of the task. But basic purpose of the constructor is what here? Whenever we are creating object, that time in that object, whatever the data members available, we want to initialize them. So value 10 is passed to the A and value 20 is passed to the B. And these A and B are set to the X and Y, means to the class data member. So in this way we can define the constructor having arguments, and we can pass values to the constructor. How we can pass here using the new statement. Okay, new, then class name, and in front of that class name, within the bracket here we can provide the values. Yes, getting this concept?
Sir, without creating constructor also we may initialize objects, no sir. Then why is it necessary to recreate constructor only?
Why it is necessary to create
Constructor, because without constructor also we may initialize object. No, object तो वैसे भी initialize कर सकते हैं ना सर अपन.
कहाँ पर कर
फिर
सकते हैं?
constructor
Where exactly? Initialization
मतलब
is
सर
another task, and setting is another task here. Here initialization means what here? Whenever object ob1 is created in memory, suddenly
yes sir.
value 10 and 20 are passed to the. So tell me, suppose I am not writing this line, how will you initialize object?
नहीं सर, वो तो हो जाएगी सर, वो लाइन तो फिक्स ही है. फिर मैं क्या कर सकता सर, नीचे ob1 डॉट मेथड करके डॉट मेथड या फिर दूसरा फंक्शन कॉल कर सकता. फिर उस फंक्शन में मैं एक्स और वाई की जो वैल्यू है सर वो उसके अंदर आ जाएगी सर.
Yes,
जैसे अभी आपने ऊपर
but that is
डेटा
not
लिखा है ना सर.
initialization. That is not initialization.
हाँ सर.
Because object is already created, and to that object here we are assigning the values. Object
sir.
numbers. But this is initialization.
Okay sir.
Initialization. Okay.
हाँ
So
sir.
the constructor is available with a 2 argument, and you cannot create object like this. In this case, if you're creating, it will produce error. Why? Because my compiler is searching for the constructor with 0 argument, and here is not available. It will create error. Okay, so just keep in mind. So we can overload the constructors also. So how we can overload the constructors? Very simple point. We can overload constructors. We can write the constructor with a different number of arguments. It's like method. जैसे show लिखा आपने, show की जगह क्या लिखना पड़ेगा? बस आपको constructor लिखना पड़ेगा, बस और कुछ नहीं है. So this is a method name, this is a method name, and this is a method name. Getting? Okay.
Yes.
So we can easily demonstrate overloading of the constructor. So constructors are also can be overloaded, and how we can overload the constructor? By writing different definitions of the constructor with a different prototype. That is overloading of the constructor. Overloading means what here? One class is supports number of different constructors. One class is supports number of different constructors. One constructor is a 0 argument, having 0 argument. Another constructor is with a 2 argument, like that. Okay. Now Sudhir, are you free tomorrow in the morning?
हाँ सर.
क्योंकि आपने मैसेज डाला था ना, इसलिए.
हाँ, मॉर्निंग में अगर क्लास हुआ तो शाम में नहीं लेंगे सर, ऐसा करेंगे.
मॉर्निंग में अगर लिया तो शाम में नहीं लेना है.
हाँ, नहीं लेंगे ऐसा बोल रहा हूँ, क्योंकि
ओके ठीक है. तो मॉर्निंग में मैं रेडी हूँ. टुमारो मॉर्निंग आई एम रेडी. आर यू रेडी बोथ ऑफ यू?
यस.
ओके.
32 आप जितना लेना है उतना ले सकते हैं सर.
Okay. From okay, so 9. Okay. So what is comfortable time? Yes.
8 बजे 8 कभी भी सर आप बोल.
Okay.
8 ठीक है सर.
8 बजे चालू करो.
आपको जो कंफर्टेबल लगे वो.
Okay. So relax time is 9:30 or 10. Are you ready for 10?
हाँ सर।
both of you?
ठीक है
हाँ
हाँ
Okay, ठीक है. So tomorrow in the morning 10 o'clock. Hmm?
थैंक
Yes.
यू।
So actually in the morning here we will finish which concept now? See, actually we have completed near about 40% core Java concepts. 40% core Java concept. Actually, it is very very important for you to understand, because whatever the mechanism of the Java and programming style of Java is totally depends on these concepts. If you have any doubt regarding that, then tell me, but clear all the concepts. See here, method overloading is finished. I already shown you reference object. What means reference object? Static data member and methods finished. Now constructor and its overloading. I will finish constructor overloading tomorrow. Constructor and overloading, and suddenly I will start math class, and possibly I'm planning to finish in tomorrow's class string class also. Ready for that? I will conduct 2 hours class. Okay, so these are the very simple classes here. These are the ready-made classes given by Java peoples to you to use. You cannot change. Math class provides methods, at most static methods, and string class provides different methods. We have to understand and we have to use them. Okay, we have to pass different values for the different arguments, and we have to utilize different methods of the string class for the different tasks. So possibly in tomorrow's class I'm planning to finish up to this. Okay,
ठीक है सर
so we will see tomorrow 10 o'clock in the morning.
ओके सर
Okay, bye.